You know, I miss when consumers would demand a high standard from the entertainment they consumed because at least then you got good entertainment. And again, this was for better or for worse. Like, I remember when the Jar Jar Binks was meant to be a very important character in the Star Wars universe, but everyone thought he was annoying, and Lucas shut that shit down simply because of it. Again, for better or for worse, there was a high standard in your entertainment, in the product, and in like how even like the entertainment company presented it to you. But again, people lobbied and rallied to have these standards completely stripped away. And now you can have a game that's just not made for anybody. It's just a game that just exists and is on the market. Well, it exists until it doesn't, like Concord. It exists until it's reaped from you because no one fucking bought it, and then you're told by people who have not bought the fucking game that it's not for you. So now I think we're entering this odd situation where you can get the deluxe edition of a goddamn game and then not even include the game itself. It'll just be like a bunch of physical shit that, okay, is fine, but where the fuck's okay? One, it's not fine. $120 fucking dollars. Have you lost your goddamn mind? But again, I've tuned out of Borderlands after two. Like, I played the pre-sequel, but I wouldn't say I got into the pre-sequel like all that much. But I pretty much completely turned out after two because three, I played it, bad game. And I don't think four is going to be any better simply because of Mr. Piss Covered Pitchford talking shit. You know, everyone's trying to be the next Neil Druckmann. But, okay, Neil Druckmann, everything he has, he's inherited. Like, not a single thing that, not a single, like, his very position, the very company he's sitting on, he like just was handed it. He didn't build. I mean, okay, you could argue he built it, but in collaboration with other game developers like Amy Henning. But he also is a contrarian. He's also the type of guy that doesn't believe in the consumer always being right in a matter of taste, which, newsflash, when it comes to taste, the consumer is absolutely always right. The people that put food on your fucking table is correct and is right every goddamn time. But we're entering this age in development, you know, in AAA companies that that's just no longer the case, right? There is no standard. People don't defend their hobbies. Gaming as a hobby effectively is non-existent. You know, gamers don't exist. So what you have is just a blatant bad product, right? And you have the company, and it just regurgitates it to consumers who don't care. Like, you know, franchises don't invest into consumers anymore. They just do the thing that the next money grubby company does, regardless of if it's good or not, or if it's widely received by the consumer or not. So you have people that and gamers that just lose faith in the company. So and what happens when you lose faith in a company is you don't buy the merch. You're not a walking billboard. Like, you're not wearing Star Wars t-shirts. You're not buying the games. You're not buying the action figures, playing with the Legos and the dolls. So what you as a company is forced to do, because you shat on the consumer, is you're forced to make games 70, 80, 90, $100, because if you would sell merch if you had fans, if you had the means of, selling physical tap, you wouldn't have to have a high price. But now AAA companies don't do that anymore. So they sell $120 deluxe editions that don't even include the fucking game. They uh, sell microtransactions, predatory microtransactions that we know games are contorted and skewed specifically for you to buy the microtransactions. A game has to be you have to sell 90, 100 and some $200, deluxe editions to offset that price, right? And it's also the fact that game development is horribly inflated. Like, I really want to know how much it costs to make Borderlands 2, and hell, even the first Borderlands. Like, the first Borderlands wasn't entirely widely received, but 2 blew the fuck up. And I also want to know how much it'll cost to make Borderlands 4. These are, I think these are things that consumers should know, right? Because if it costs $400 million to make this, or it maybe cost like what, 400,000 to make 2, maybe 40 grand to make the first one. Like, there's something going on there to inflate that price, and the consumer has every right to know why if you're demanding they pay for that price increase. If you're offsetting that price to the consumer, I think they have a right to know why the fuck that's the case, right? No, I mean, okay. Well, I don't intend on buying Borderlands 4 anyway, but I am interested because you pay $80 for the fucking game, so you have to pay an extra 120, so 200 fucking dollars for the game, which you don't even know is going to be good, and a bunch of physical tap that you don't even fucking know, like a map. So something just fell on my arm. So I think something you can just look up, art prints that you can just copy and paste off the internet, statue, necklace. I mean, code for golden keys so you can open their stupid fucking loot chests. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion among fans. Yes. Like, yeah. Like, this is where we're at in games, at least AAA games. And you gotta understand, people rallied for things. Like, people rallied for, franchises to stop catering to the consumer. Like, you don't want fans, do you? You just want consumers, people that just sit and consume regardless of if it's a good or bad product. If it's a bad product, well, shucks, brother. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried getting rid of the refund system on Steam, because that seems to be the only, consumer-friendly thing. And, I mean, I don't want to shit on consoles, because you can't help yourself in this situation. But, I mean, I'd buy a fucking PC just to see if you like the game or not. And if you like it, refund the fucking game and buy it on the console. Like, it sucks you have to jump through these hoops, but this is where we're at. And a friend of mine on Facebook sent me this. I need to really start paying people for sending me these things. Well, I probably would have figured this the fuck out eventually. But, I mean, come the fuck on. Like, I don't really watch much game news anymore. I mean, I work, I stream, I fucking YouTube videos, something else happening in the background. Like, I can't really look at every single fucking thing. And I'm also incredibly swayed by people's opinion. Like, if I hear an opinion, it will eventually become mine, and this happens subconsciously. So, if I have to talk about a thing, I try not to look about anything before I have my opinion. And it's fine to have the same opinion, but I kind of just want it to be worded my way. God damn it. But anyway, garbage game. That's all I gotta say. Peace.